So, doing their my boss is a douchebag. About a while back, I went out to lunch with a bunch of coworkers and good old bosses there, and he decides whenever the waitress leaves to regale us of a story of his past and how he was once head juror. What was it they call the head of the jurors? He was called the juror duty. He was a head juror or whatever. And it was a rape trial. And it was a woman who had been dating a man. And they'd been having consensual sex. And she was claiming that he raped her. And, at first he throws out, and it looked bad, at the table. To me, he was saying, you can't rape someone you're having consensual sex with. And I'm like, well, not really. I was like, that's a lie. You can do all kinds of... people say no in relationships all the time. But if you keep on proceeding and have sex with them, that's rape. Dr. Phil had a case, and this ties into it, of this guy. He was talking about he has sex with his wife when she falls asleep or something. And I don't know what's more disturbing, really, in that case is that he's admitting to raping his wife, or that the guy doesn't wake her up at all. It doesn't. It's like, well, that's two bad strikes against you, buddy. But anyway, he went on to tell about how a lot of his decisions during this trial were based on the fact that he had a son, and he would hate to imagine his son in the similar shoes as the accused. And he talked about how, with the rest of his life ahead of him, blah, blah, blah. And he said that went into a lot of his decision making on the case. And he was able to get the guy off. I guess there are more ways than... No, it's a joke. But he used that persuasion, but he didn't put in the words that he was thinking in his mind about how, oh, he looks like my son, he's probably innocent, blah, blah, blah. And it was just the most weird thing, and it really killed my appetite as I was trying to eat this Italian eater, it's like, man, this is really just a joy kill right here. I'm having to listen to this douchebag talk about getting I'm not going to say he was a rapist or he's not. I don't know the trial. But a guy that could have raped someone off without looking at all the facts, being persuaded by his own thoughts in his mind to help get the other jurors to go along with them. And, that's pretty sleazy. I would, if I did that, I'd sweep it under the rug and I would never tell a soul. But there he is, telling it, and it's one of the things that makes him a douchebag. Also, he knows enough not to admit it in front of a woman, but, he gladly, tells that story in front of men. He's a little of a chauvinist, too, but, my boss is a douchebag.